What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my page. Got another quick little video for you guys today. So I saw that the how to change your brake video was doing well, so I thought I would follow it up with how to change the rotors on a 2016 C63s, just to give you guys a rough idea. Today's not going to be a long-winded video, just something quick, part 2 to the original video. I am going to leave the link pinned to the top in the comment section to the original video, so definitely go check that out, guys. If this is your first time here, I want to welcome you to the channel. If you're a recurring viewer, please hit the subscribe button, help the page out tremendously. And let's jump straight into it. Like I always tell you guys, when you get the wheels off the car, you just want to clean as many things as you can. That's just a better way to keep the calipers and rims clean, is to clean them when they're off the car. So let's go ahead and jump straight into it, guys. Okay, guys, got the wheels all clean, got the caliper clean, so let's jump straight into it. Okay, guys, as always, you want to turn the wheel to get a better angle at the caliper. Like I always tell you guys, you want to hit all the bolts that you're going to untighten with lubrication. That helps the process a lot, and it saves you a lot of trouble. So we're going to go ahead and shake this up, and we're going to hit it with the lubrication at the top, then hit it at the bottom. We're just going to let that sit for a while and soak in before we start working on the bolt. So these are the only two screws that are holding on the calipers. So after you let the lubrication sit inside for a while, what I realized is the calipers are held on by a 3/8 Allen key. And it also fits a T55 torque. So whichever one you have should be able to work, but you don't want it to have too much loose play when you put it inside, because then you could end up stripping the bolt. So we have the top bolt loosened with the T55, so let's go ahead and loosen the bottom bolt. So guys, this is my preferred lubrication. Like I always tell you, this is dry lubrication, and man, it really saves you a lot of time. It really saves you a lot of trouble when you just spray the bolts with lubrication before you start working on them. It really does make a difference in the ease of the process. So that's one tip I will give you guys, is to definitely use lubrication, because they've been sitting for so long and they're under so much heat and they're under so much pressure. There's no telling if they're rusted shut or what the case may be. So I am going to be changing my brake pads now, but I'm going to go ahead and skip past that for you, because you guys already saw the other video. So if you want to see how to change your brake pads, like I said, guys, the link will be pinned to the top comment, and it will be in the description of the video. So let's get right back into it, guys. Brake pads are completely removed. As you can see, I pushed back in the pistons into the caliper, and now all is left that is holding on the rotor is the last bolt at the bottom, and it is a T55 Torx or a 3/8 Allen key. So we're gonna go ahead and remove that, and then the whole caliper should come off. Then I should be able to see the rotor. So this is what the screw looks like that holds on the caliper, and now we have full access to the rotor. So it's just one screw that's holding on the rotor. So that looks to be a Torx itself. So guys, you always know my rule of thumb, you want to hit that bolt, because we don't know how long it's been sitting there for. So you want to hit it with some dry lubrication and just let it sit for a while, just to save yourself some trouble. Okay guys, so we've had the lubrication sitting for a while. So now let's go ahead and try to loosen it. So this bolt right here is actually a T30. So now we got that loose. So we want to set this someplace that we don't lose it. So what you want to do is just give it a few taps, and once you see the rotor loosen up, then you should just be able to take it off, straight off. Okay guys, so this was the old rotor and this is the new rotor. Okay guys, got the rotor back up there, got all the holes lined up. Now it's time to put back in the the T30 Torx screw. And like I said, guys, with things like these, you never want to over tighten them. So just make sure that everything is seated properly. And now we can go ahead and put everything back together. Okay guys, so after you get the new rotor installed, you want to put the caliper back in place and put in the whichever bolt you can get in first. Usually I like to start from the bottom up. So you just want to put in the bottom bolt first, then put the top bolt at the top. Then just go ahead and start tightening everything down, guys. So we have the rotor installed and we have the caliper installed. So now guys, I'm gonna go ahead and throw back on the new brake pads. If you would like to see how to install the brake pads on the 2016 C63, just go ahead and watch my previous video. Okay guys, so let's jump back into it. So we're changing the back driver side rotor right now. So as always guys, you wanna hit all the bolts that need to be loosened. So let's go ahead and pry off this cover, guys. As always, just go behind it and pry it off. Comes out. So this bolt behind the top bolt that takes off the caliper is a 13. As always, you want to hold the bolt behind the caliper so it doesn't spin. So of course, once you get the caliper loose, you can just pull it off and just set it to the side as best as you can. Then go ahead and take off the brake pads. Then you have two more bolts behind the housing of the caliper, and that bolt is at 18. It's kind of in a tricky spot to get. Okay guys, so this is the caliper housing. It has two bolts that hold on the caliper at the front, and toward the back they have two bolts that hold it on to the car. So you just want to hit both of these bolts with WD-40 or any grease that you have, and then hit the two back bolts with grease also. So now we got that off, now we can work on taking off the rotor itself. Again, there is one last bolt that's holding on the rotor. It shouldn't be too hard to remove, so you just go ahead and take that out. Put this somewhere where you won't lose it. Just keep it all together. Set it down, and now let's get the rotor off. Again, just give it a few taps. So after hitting it for a while, it should just come straight off. So of course you want to put the new rotor up. The rear is always easier than the front as far as putting on the rotor, because this is a rear-wheel drive car, so the back axle doesn't spin freely as it does on the front. And put the screw back into place. So that was the rear rotor, guys, is now installed. Let's go ahead and put everything back together. Okay guys, all done. Everything looks good, everything back on there how it should be. Another successful video, and I do want to say a special thank you to all my new subscribers. Definitely like, comment, and subscribe. Helps the page out tremendously. Let's keep growing, let's keep building, guys. Until next time.